Hey, cousin. It's me, Marie Moses, better known as your favorite cousin, Ken Ken. For those of you who do not know me, I am your favorite cousin, Ken Ken. I am a spiritual wellness practitioner. I am an energy healer and transformative speaker. I have some messages for you all today. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I have some messages for you all today. If you are watching this on TikTok, make sure you go over to YouTube at I am Marie Moses and catch all of the live replays. And I have decided to do some extended videos. So after I give you all this message today, I am going to go a little bit deeper into the message. And, we're going to slap a little card. I know. You said, Ken, what? Yes, we are. I miss reading. Now that I'm back online, I really miss reading. And, I'm going to give you all intuitive messages, and I'm still going to challenge myself to channel without the cards. But when we go into the extended, we going to go, the card's going to take a deep down and through there. So that's what we're going to do. So that will be over on YouTube. So if you're watching this on TikTok, make sure you subscribe to I am Marie Moses. When you see the video, the live replay, just click on it, and then I'll have a link down there for you to catch the extended. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hey, cousin. I love y'all. I'm still trying to get everything figured out, okay? I'm still trying to get it all figured out. And I'm trying to keep my composure because I'm so excited. Like, I am happy. Today is a happy day for me. It's like everybody connected to me is having good news. And the type of person that I am, when my people are happy, I'm happy. I'm just like, okay, like, oh. And just before I turned the live on, literally before I clicked, okay, start the live, one of our cousins was in our private community, and she had her keys to her apartment in her hand, and I was like, I'm so happy because I know how my cousin been going. Listen, we all been going through it, right? We all have been going through it, but me and her really have a really close relationship. So I know the challenges that she's been going through, and I'm telling y'all, just hold on. Hold on. You know how they used to say back in the day? Hold on to his hand. God's unchanging hand. You know all them old songs? Go listen to you some gospel music, okay? That's another thing our cousin was saying, that she was listening to some gospel music the other day. Baby, turn that gospel. Y'all know we need that, okay? We need that in our life. Turn on some encouraging words, turn on some music, turn on some shows, something that's going to keep you encouraged, because it is so easy to be distracted. We're not trying to run away from our problems. We're not trying to pray for our problems and everything to go away. We know that we are here for a reason. We are going through challenges for a reason. So we pray for the resilience to continue to move forward. We pray for the strength and the peace and the clarity so that we can navigate through. That's why I tell my cousins, just stay in the boat. Thank you, cousin, for the love. Thank you for the love. Because they hold on to God's unchanging hand. Hold on to the hand. Ain't that what grandma and them used to say back in the day? Shoot. I'm trying to tell you. That hand is unchanging. I know sometimes it feels hard. And before I give y'all this message, I know that it feels rough. I know. I'm telling you. But there's a reason for everything. And if you seek to understand and you calm down, a lot of times we get so upset, we get so frustrated, and we want this now, we want answers now, we want everything right now. But spirit does not have to move on your time. We were created, and we are here for a reason. We're here to learn and grow. So everything that we go through, it's for a reason. And if you are seeking to understand, then you will understand why you're going through what you're going through. And spirit will tell you. This is not like how, we grew up learning and hearing not to question God and all these things. No. It's not that. It's not that. Because our Creator will tell us everything that we need to know. Right in the middle of the lesson, you will know this is why you're going through this. This is the outcome if you choose this way. If you choose that way, that's the outcome. I'm just trying to tell you what I know. Okay, so people can look at people like me, the spiritualists and tarot readers and all the, whatever y'all want to call us. Call us the demon women of the world, okay, whatever. But we got them answers. We got the hotline blink. Okay. So whatever. Say whatever you want. Thank you, cousin. Thank you. Okay. We need that connection to the source. And we're not here just down here suffering. We're growing from every experience. And my son just recently, he just got his apartment. And he went through the same thing. And I told him, you take your time. Take your time and build your credit. Save your money. Get it together brick by brick. And then once you get the apartment, it's going to be the apartment that you want. It's going to be, better if you just wait on divine timing. It's so much better that way. So he just got his apartment. He sent me a picture with the keys. I'm so excited for it. I'm telling you, everybody connected to me win. That's my intention for everybody, period. But that's what it is. All the women connected to me, everybody watching me on live, everybody who sees my video, everybody who's in my life, period, you're winning. And this is your winning season right now. Not later, right now. What you want, you're going to get it. And not only are you going to get the things that you want, but you're going to be prepared for it. You're going to be happy, internally, peaceful. That's what I want for all of you. Yes, because it said, period. You said the energy is so off lately. I know. That's why I started this off saying, just hold on. Just hold on. Because it's tough. Cry if you need to. Whatever it is you need to do, if you need to take a break, if you need whatever it is you need to do to nurture yourself, it's so important. Because if you push, I'm telling you, you're going to feel terrible. You're going to feel so bad. If you try to push against this energy and spirit got you in a holding space where you're learning and you are being developed and you trying to push and do this whole thing that we've been taught to do, you pushing, you grinding, you going, you don't give up and you don't sleep enough. It ain't going to work for you. The only reason why I'm back here is because I know when to hit the gas and when to hit the brake. Okay? And with all the gifts and all the answers that I can get and all of that, I still have to know when to go and when to stop. There's a higher power. And we got to put some respect on that. Especially if we say we are these light workers and we here doing all this, work to raise the vibration of the planet. And we want to do all these great things in the world. Okay, we want to do all these great things in the world. We can't do it without spirit. We cannot. We can't do it without our connection to our higher self, which is the source, okay, the oneness. We can't do it on our own. Our physical body can only handle so much. So we will be put in situations to where your physical body can't do nothing. You can't do it even if you wanted to. So now you ain't got no choice but to sit still and be at peace with the fact that you can't move. You got to learn. You got to learn. And spirit gonna teach you. It's real. You said spirit got me on break, but my pockets ain't feeling it. That's what I'm saying. And even if you lost everything, this is what spirit is showing us right now. Even if you got to take a break and ain't nothing coming in, spirit is still show up for you. I'm telling you what I know. I have not worked since 2019, and people still try to figure out, Ken, how are you making it? It ain't me. Because I went through my season of working hard in my business, working on a job, going to college, trying to hustle and do it on my own. I did that. I'm done with that. And that's what I was telling our cousin. We don't live in that realm of existence. All this 3D, 4D, 5D talk, it sounds real good until you have to let that old you go. Perish. Goodbye. Benito. That you that is always used to doing everything and making things happen, it's not that way as you evolve. It's not that way anymore. You're connecting to your higher self, yes, but your higher self is not down here running around like a chicken with the head cut off. That's not what's happening. Because you could do more, like I told y'all, from your seat than from your feet. And when we learn that, then we learn how to use our powers. That's how we learn how to connect to our power. That's how we do greater works than Christ did. Because we connect to a part of ourselves that has everything, that knows everything. And we get out of that. I need to hustle. We get out of it. We get out of that. Hey, cousin. Hey. Yeah. And for some of us, it's like, You know how I always say, we have free will until we don't. Okay? We have free will until we don't. So you can do whatever you want to do until it comes to that time where it's like, you know, your back is going to get put up against the wall. Because you came here to do something. And you're going to do it. You're going to do it. That's what it is. Hey, y'all. Hey. So I'm going to give you all some messages, but I just wanted to start out by letting you all know that, you know, it's intense. It is intense. And for those of us that are getting into the flow, we know that everything is working out. And for those of us that want to resist and fight, you're probably crying right now. Don't worry, Pookie. Come here. Lay your head right here. Baby. Because I'm trying to tell you. It's like spirit will break you. Yeah. Things will not work out. And then what people will do on the spiritual path, they'll go back to what they know. They'll go back to what's comfortable. They say, oh, okay, let me go back to what's comfortable because this isn't working. And when you're supposed to be going up the road. Remember, the hero's journey, when you go down into the darkness, when you go down into the abyss, you are going to come out on the other side. But what people do is they go down into the darkness and then they run their butt back up the other way. They're like, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's too much. I need some money. I need something to happen. I'm about to go get me a job. I'm about to go do this. I'm about to go do... Okay, you try to make things happen on your own because that's all you know. But when you're rolling with spirit, it's going to require that you have faith. That means that you're not going to see how things are going to work out. You're not going to see it. Whereas before you might be able to do this and then this happens. Or, you know, all these things that you make it happen. There's going to come a time when that ain't going to work. It's not. And the more you try to make it work, it just gets worse and worse and worse until you just surrender. Because we have to be developed. So when we have to wait, that teaches us patience. So when we are more patient, then we're more calm. When we're more calm, then our energy is better. Okay? Because remember, your energy and your vibration, it does impact the world. Not just you, but the world, Craig. Okay? So it's not enough for you to just go out there and make money, but inside you're feeling terrible. You don't have peace. You're not sleeping. You're not eating right. You're not feeling good. So what spirit will do is pull you back so that you can start doing some work on yourself. And it's very real. You say, you're so right. It's not even funny. Yeah. And it's best, you know. You know how your parents used to give you a look when you was younger, and they say it's for your own good. That's kind of how spirit has to do us sometimes, because we hard-headed. We know what to do. Everybody knows what to do. There's not a person in this world that can say, I don't know what to do. Everybody knows what to do. But knowing is not enough. Because we can know what to do. We can read all the books. We can have all of the language and do all of the things that we want to do. And when spirit is guiding us to do something, we don't do it. I'll get around to it later. Oh, I know I need to do that. Oh, I know. Okay, yeah, I know. Humans have always known. But we'll do whatever it is that we want to do. There's only so long that you can live like that. Because you need to evolve. That's what you came here to do. And you have a purpose. And there's people that are depending on you to get to where you need to be. But like I always tell you, the spiritual alignment, that is the assignment. It's not the other way around, doing the work and then feeling like all the things that you do, now you're accomplished. No, because there are many people that are accomplishing things, but they still feel like trash. Because what's going on inside, that's what needs to be fixed. That's what needs to be fixed. So spirit will give you your time. And when you're in that place, say thank you. That's the gratitude, okay? We ain't talking about, oh, I'm thankful for this light. I'm thankful for these trees. I'm thankful for this place. I'm thankful for all of this. Say thank you for everything. That's what spirit has taught me. All is well. When y'all see me write that in the comments, when y'all comment and I say all is well, I mean that. That means even when you have to go through the suffering. That means even when you crying and you feel like you don't know how you're going to make it out. When you're losing things. When things are not going your way. You say thank you because it's stretching you and it's developing you into a person that you need to be. You need the resistance. You do. You don't need to have everything given to you some magical altar. Like I used to have my altar, go to your altar and get all the things that you want. There's nothing wrong with manifestation. There's a time for that. But there's a level beyond manifestation. And that's when you get into alignment, because you're not always getting your way. You're not going to always get your way. And you're okay with it. So if you got to wait, then you wait. And you learn. Yes. You said Ashe and Amen. All is well. All is well. The good, the bad, the ugly, the everything. Okay? All right. So let's get into the message, cousin. You said gotta be in alignment. Gotta be in alignment. And cousin, I told you. And now this is our cousin LaJoy. Okay? LaJoy is a spiritual alignment class. Sidebar, if you're not in spiritual alignment class, women, get a spiritual alignment class. Okay? It's going to help you through this development process. You don't have to guess your way through. I am a person who have done the work, and I am always doing the work. So you have support. So we have a private community, and whenever our cousin, LaJoy, whenever you going through something, I'm always telling you the same thing. Just stay in the boat. Just don't run away from smoke. You know how they say you duck in the smoke? Don't duck the smoke. Don't be running from the smoke, because it's gonna come. It's gonna come, but you're gonna overcome it if you just calm down and relax. That's why we meditate. That's why we do all of these different things. That's why we have our spiritual wellness practices, because it helps us to calm down so that you get to a point that nothing rattles you. You become a person that's unmovable. You're unshakable. You're not this person that's anytime something happens, you just blowing up like a ticking time bomb. And every time something happens to you, you get ready to cry and fall on the ground. How can Spirit use you? How can our Creator use you at this time where all these things is going on and you're not a strong enough person to handle what's going on? You got to calm down. You got to calm down. And that comes from spiritual alignment, because we align with the part of us that has everything. Just become a calm person, Like, look, for example, we're going to get to y'all message, but I'm going to let Spirit flow. I'm going to share this. My son got his apartment. Remember, I just told you he got his apartment. Now, I'm the type of mama that I'm going to help my children with whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not help them financially. No, I don't believe in that. I believe they need to work and do whatever they need to do. Even if I have it, they know. No, you need to do it for yourself. I'm going to tell you how to do it, and then you execute. So that's the relationship we have. That's the understanding that we have. So with my son was going through some struggles, okay? And y'all know my cousin, so I'm put y'all in my business. So he was going through some struggles, and he came to me and told me, he was working really hard. He's a hard-working person, but he just did not have a plan. So remember, me and my son wasn't talking for a while. So since we were not talking, I could not help him. And that's also Spirit, because Spirit knew that if I was talking to him, I would give him the answers. Okay? I wouldn't do it for him, but I would give him the answers. So, he went through some things, and then he called me. And he was telling me, he was tired. He was going through some things. And I asked him, okay, what do you want to do? What is it that you want to do in your life? And then we started talking about some things that he wanted to do. So he was telling me everything he wanted to do. But the things he was doing was not in alignment with the things that he wants to do. So we came together, created this plan, getting his plan together and credit and all this type of stuff. And I'm just telling him, okay, this is what you do. Boo, 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 boo. Give him the plan, right? Cousin, I told him that and didn't talk to him for, I want to say, a few months. I didn't talk to him. He moved to a whole another city, moved, and just today told me, Mom, I got my place. I got my credit together. I did everything. The whole plan we came up with, he just did everything. Everything. All on his own. All he needed was direction. And what I'm telling you is that all you need is direction. If you don't have clarity in your life, you're just going through life, flowing through life, and you don't have direction. You need direction in your life. Okay? So, slowing down, calming down, it helps you to get that clarity so you can know where you're going instead of just going out there working and just doing stuff, So, hey, cousin said, Ken. I just see the real big come across the screen. Ken. Hey, cousin. Hey, y'all. I love y'all so much. And y'all know I'm here, okay? I'm here if you need me. But, yeah, man. So all the things he was going through, all those troubles and all those challenges, he's like, Mom, I feel so good. I feel so good. I said, I know you do. Because if you can remember your first apartment, do you remember your first apartment? Baby, my first apartment? Oh my goodness. I felt like I was on top of the world, okay? And I was living in the projects, okay? He got a nice apartment. But me, my first apartment? Man, you couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't send me nothing. You said, oh my God, I'm sending you all love and hugs. Hey, cousin, thank you. Thank you. You said, congratulations to him, Ken. I will tell him. He's so happy. And I'm happy for him, you know? But he got to go through. He has to go through. I can't be the type of mother that's coming through and doing everything for him, because what does that teach him? That's not helping him to develop. He needs to develop. So he needs to know what it's like to not have a place to stay and not having things, you know what I'm saying? And although I could say, yeah, come over here, you know, I'll take care of everything for, I could say that, but I know that's not going to help him. And that's the same thing our Creator does with us. Like if we get everything that we want, that's not going to help us. So we don't get everything that we want. So we go through those hardships. We go through the challenges. But it helps us. And when we get on top, it's like, yeah, like we did that. We feel confident. And that's what I told my son. Your confidence comes from the fact that you don't give up. That's where it comes from. When you don't feel good about yourself, it's because of the decisions that you're making. Okay? Hey, cousin. Hold on. Excuse me. You said, oh my God, first apartment. Life came at us fast. Yes. Yes. I know, right? Y'all remember when he still was in high school when I first started the channel and all that. He's grown now. He'll be 23. Yep, and I'm proud of him. And you know what I always tell my children? I always tell them, whenever you say you're going to do something, you do it. I remind them. So when they do something, they say they're going to do something and they do it, I always tell them. And do this too, ladies, with your children. Every time they say they're going to do something and they do it, you remind them when they did it. You said you was going to do this. Thank you, cousin. You said you was going to do this and you did it. Every time I tell them that. Every time. And they be like, you're right, I did. Yeah, you did. And it makes them want to keep doing more and more, you know. And they do it, you know. Let them get out there and fall and stumble and bumble. It's okay. It's okay. Let them get scraped up. Sometimes we don't want them to get scraped up, but it's okay. It's okay, man. My son had called me, man. And I was like, ooh, I want to help him, but I could feel Spirit saying, don't do it. You know, don't get in the middle of it. So I pray for them, you know. You nurture them through it. But you don't help them, you know. Thank you, cousin. Thank you. Yes. So let's get the message. We going on and on and on and on. Okay. Hopefully ain't no men in here because we just rambling like a bunch of ladies. Okay. So let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh. Okay, so it's definitely a message about change here. The cycle that you're going through right now, it's making me emotional, but I'm also feeling very like overwhelmed and very jittery, nervous. I'm feeling nervous. So you could be feeling nervous about whatever it is that you're doing, what you're going through, this shift that's going on with you right now. But trust me, everything that I said before this is connected to this message. You know, the need to slow down, the need to relax in the flow, because you're not in control. And if you know anything about, is it a prayer? It's some type of prayer, like it's called footprints. And it used to be in everybody's house hanging up, that prayer is called footprints or something like that. But look it up, it's like a prayer, but it's called footprints. And basically in the prayer, thank you, Spirit. In the prayer, the person was asking our Creator, like, God, why did you leave me? You know, in the times when I needed you the most, why did you leave me? Because they were like walking, and the whole time they were walking, it was like 2 sets of footprints. So it was the footprints for the Spirit, our Creator, and then the footprints for the person. And then once it got really tough, the 2 sets of footprints disappeared, and then it was only 1 set of footprints. And then the person asked in the prayer, like, when I needed you the most, God, why did you leave me? And then Spirit was like, at that time, those footprints were my footprints. I was carrying you the whole time. It wasn't you by yourself. I was carrying you the whole time. And it just makes me feel so emotional. You said that's when God picked you up and carried you. Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about, the footprints? Yeah. So at this time, we're learning how to allow Spirit to carry us. And for so long, we've had to do everything on our own. But I want you to know the Spirit is telling you that when you are not working, when you're not like stressing and trying to make everything happen, Spirit is working. So what Spirit always told me is that when Spirit is working, we rest. That gives Spirit the opportunity to do whatever Spirit needs to do without interference. But a lot of times we will try to go figure it out. So like, say, for example, if you know you're being guided not to work, a lot of people are being guided not to work, but you may not have the money that you used to have. And, things may slow up and you're just like, I need to get some money going on around here. I need, some things, and the Spirit is telling you to stay where you are, okay? Work on yourself, continue to heal. You're being granted the freedom to heal. Now, everybody is not granted this freedom. I'm telling you this right now. A lot of people have to work because that's what they're going to do for the rest of their life. But there are some people that are being granted this freedom to heal. Now, you may not have all the money you used to have. You may not have all the things you used to have. Everything may not be the way that it used to be. The family and all that. Okay, you may not have all that. But you have time. You have an abundance of time. And with this time, Spirit is giving you this opportunity to develop. So, whenever Spirit is putting you in this holding place, then you can feel like, oh man, I want these things. I need these things. I want, you want to move. But what Spirit is telling you is to just be patient because Spirit is carrying you. Okay? And work on whatever it is that Spirit is giving you because as the Divine Collective, we have an assignment. So Spirit will put you in a place where you're working on whatever it is that you're supposed to be working on. I'm here and lock into that. Lock into that. Not trying to go out and do things and, make things happen. Lock into whatever it is the Spirit is guiding you to do. So if you are an artist, whatever art you're working on, whatever it is you're creating, if you're being guided to get some education or whatever it is that you're being guided to do to put you in position, lock in on that. Because if you're grounded in the present, you'll realize that you have everything you need. But when you start thinking about, my children, my family, you start thinking about all these things and scenarios that could happen if you don't get up and go to work, then that's going to move you away from what you're supposed to be focusing on. Yeah, lock in. Yeah, because they're lock in, yes. You say, I was going through this yesterday. I wanted to quit my job so bad and start my business. Okay, you're at the point where you're ready to move because it's time. Okay, it's time for you to go. That is coming from your soul. Remember, the soul is a GPS. So your soul knows why you came here, what you came here to do, all the things, okay? The body, a lot of times we can stay in one place and we won't move. So when you start feeling that feeling, I don't care if it's in a relationship, if it's on a job or whatever, you start feeling like, I need to get out of here. I don't care if I got to walk on the street, I got to go. That's how you know it's time for you to go. But what is the plan? What is your plan? Because I'll tell you, Spirit has given you something to do. But if your focus is more on getting up and going to work every day, but you're not focusing on doing the things that Spirit is guiding you to do, Spirit doesn't have anything to work with. So say, for example, like I was saying, you're an artist or doing something, I'll say artist because a lot of people feel like, oh, that's art. Nobody's going to buy your art. Nobody's going to, want what you have. Okay. But you're working on a project. You're working on something. You're working on it. But you feel like, in the back of your head, okay, you feel like, this is not really a big deal. It's not really big. You might feel like that, but it's not the truth. But since you feel like that, you get up and go to work every day and you kind of like put it off to the side. You do it here and there, not too much. You're not really too focused on it, That's the shift that needs to take place. Whatever it is that Spirit is guiding you to do, even if you don't make $1, even if nobody sees it for 2 or 3 years, Work on it. Develop it. Just like Noah, when Noah was building the ark, people thought he was crazy. That's how spirit works. You will be in the shadows, in the dark, in the back somewhere working on something, and people be like, where are you? What are you doing? And you working on whatever it is you're working on, because it's going to grow. It's going to grow. So it's okay for you to keep your job, but what's the thing that spirit has you working on? What is pulling your heart? What is it that you want to do? What is your desire? Because that you should also be working on. Because I'll guarantee you, if you was working on that and you were working on a job, it wouldn't be so intense. But if you are working on both, say you are working on both, and you still feel like you're ready to go, it's time to go. Simple as that. Set a date. What's the plan? Is it next year? Is it this year? What are you going to do? Because you don't want to quit your job just because your ego either. So you have to know, where is this desire coming from? But have a plan. So for me, I knew I didn't want to work on that job. I was working on the job. Let me tell you, I was underpaid, and I was okay with that because I would rather be underpaid with less stress. So even though I had a degree and I could have went out and been a project manager and been getting all these 6-figure salary and all that, and been a supervisor and all that, I didn't want to be no supervisor and managing kids and doing all of that. I did not want to do that. I wanted to take my business degree and start a business, which is what I should have did. If I would have known, I would have did that. But I had to go through it. And I did. But I had a whole business degree. I had 2 degrees. And I was sitting at the desk knowing that I was overqualified for the position, but I just knew I didn't want to do all that, okay? I knew I didn't want to do that. So I had to get clear about what I wanted. So be clear about what you want. Who do you want to be? That's what you need to have in your head at all times. All times. All the time. Not the job. No. Because what's going to happen is it's going to be another shift. And many of us know that this is coming. We know it's not going to be, I got to get up and go to work and, do this thing that everybody's doing. It's not going to always be that way. So are you preparing for that time? We're being prepared now. So if you know you want to leave the job, what's the plan? If you don't have a plan, schedule one-on-one. You already know. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. Schedule that one-on-one, baby. We going to get the plan. I just talked to my nephew today. Hey, you need a plan? Hey, let's get it together. Okay? I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. Because that's all you need is a plan. That's it. Like I was telling you about my son. All he needed was a plan. He was getting up working every day, but he felt exhausted because all he was doing is like getting in the car and just taking off down the street every day. That's what most people do. Get up and go to work every day. But where are you going? Even if you don't make all the money in the world that you want to make, what are you doing with the money that you have? If you just have enough money to pay the bills, then you don't have any money to invest in yourself and invest in the things that you want to do. You have to take some of that money that you're making and invest in the things that you want to do. So first you get clear about what you want to do, and then take some of that money that you're making on your job and start pouring it into what you want to do. And you're going to feel much better. You're going to feel so much better. You say, how do I book? The link, if you click on my picture, if you're watching this on TikTok, click on my picture and you'll see the link and you'll click it there. If you're watching this on YouTube, then go to the homepage. You'll find all the links and resources there. Yes, that's what I do. I'm a spirit guide. So if you need clarity about anything, a relationship, job, business, personal development, blockages, what's holding you back, I'm here for that. But just know that you have support. You do have support. And I'm just here as a confirmation. Let me be the confirmation that it's time for you to move on. And you're moving in the right direction. But just know that you're not doing it by yourself. You're not doing it alone. Hey, cousin. He said, hey, I've been watching you for years. You look amazing. Thank you, cousin. I look different, don't I? I've been working on myself. I haven't been working on myself, cousin. I've been gone for so long. I know. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to say sorry, but, I know it was best. It was best. Thank you. He said so pretty. Thank you. Thank you, cousin. I appreciate that. Cousin, I haven't even talked to my family in a long time. I talked to my mom today, but I haven't talked to my mom in a few years, honestly. I just recently started talking to my family again, and I talked to my great niece today. Okay? Look, cousin Ken is a great auntie. Not just Yanti, great auntie. Yeah, that way. And I love my nieces and nephews. Everybody who know me know I am gang about my nieces and nephews. Like, I'm a real auntie. For real. Yeah, that way. I'm showing up. Birthday party, graduation. I'm there. Let's go get the cake. Let's get the balloons. Let's put up this. Yeah, gifts. I'm a real auntie. And to not talk to my niece and nephew, it just broke me down today. It broke me down today because when I was talking to my mom on the phone, my great niece was there, and my great nephew, and my nephew. And just to hear my nephew's voice, he's a grown man now, with this deep voice. He's, hey, Auntie Ken, because I'm Auntie Ken, okay? Auntie Ken. I don't care how old they are. I'm still Auntie Ken. But my nephew, he's almost 30, And his daughter, I remember the last time I held her, she was a baby. And now she's 4 years old. And she was like, Auntie Ken, she knew who I was. And it just made me break down because I was like, I said, Mama, do she know me? And she was like, yeah, she know who you is or who you are. She said, who is this? She was looking at my picture earlier today. And she was like, who is this? And she was like, that's your Auntie Ken, because I haven't seen her. But I'm telling you, on this path, it's just, you got to be all in sometime. You got to be locked in with spirit. You really do. And I have been for a long time. And the same things that I'm telling y'all, to just stay in the boat and go through and all that, I had to do it. Now, let me sit up because I be getting too comfortable. I be up here like, look big. But yeah, man, I done been through every part of it. Man. But I'm back. Yeah, it made me so happy, y'all. She was like, Auntie Ken, I got me some new shoes. I said, you got some new shoes? I said, who bought you your shoes? She said, my daddy. I just broke out crying. Because I was like, oh, I can't. Hey, cousin. Hey, y'all. Yeah, but spirit will require you to give some things up, man. And sometimes it may be forever, and sometimes it may not be, It may be for a season or, a cycle. You may have to be by yourself. And then for some people, you may have to let them go forever. But I'm just all in with this, This is my life. This is what I do. And there's great rewards that come from that. You got to know that. When you are willing to give it up and not complain, when you're willing to give it all up and just listen, be a student of life in your life and growing, and, it's very rewarding. But it don't always feel like that. I'm just keeping it real with you. Sometimes I feel like, dang, what did I do? Excuse me. What did I do that was so wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. It's like, excuse me, y'all being ghetto. Y'all know that ghetto don't slip. But that's how I feel like sometimes, not now, but I used to feel like I felt like I was doing everything right. Like I was treating people right. I was being a good person. Like, why am I going through this? And then Spirit just checked me on that. Like, listen, you need to be glad you're going through this. Because most people are not. They're not getting this type of development. They're not getting this type of training. Hands-on training. So you need to be glad. And when I look at my life, when I look at myself, when I see my own transformation, when I see how my children's lives are changing and everybody connected to me is becoming better, I'm like, yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. So your message today is to hold on, okay? Hold on. And just know that you do have support. You have support and you are loved. And it don't always feel like that. It don't always feel like that, especially when you have to be away from your family falling apart, all the things that you used to have, you don't have no more. Like even with the channel. Cousin, y'all know I was on YouTube for a long time. I used to record every day just about. And that was a part of my life. And to give up the channel, I was like, what am I supposed to do? Y'all gotta just imagine how afraid I was because I had just moved from Kansas City. I know I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I moved from KC down here, and now I'm giving up my channel? How am I supposed to make money? Excuse me, where's the money? When I tell you we ain't missed a beat, ain't missed a meal, ain't missed a beat, ain't missed nothing. Nothing. And it ain't because of me. And I needed to learn that. Because I was like a lot of you, where I felt like I need to work. I need to make things happen. I need to get out here and grind. I need to do it, you know? I was like that. But now, please, I be chilling. I record on Thursday, or I go live on Thursday most of the time. At the end of the week, I'll go live. And then I'll upload on Sunday over on YouTube. And for the most part, I'll be chilling. Okay? My life is set up this way. But I had to have a system for my life. Before, I didn't have a system. It was just, I get up and go and do. I get up and go and I do. I get up and go and do. You know, that's not a successful life. It's not. You have to have a rhythm and a flow, how you do things, you know. You take time off. You prioritize taking time off. And when you take your time off, you're not trying to find more work to do like I used to do. Baby, I could work. Not no more. Not anymore. Yeah. You said, hold on to lock in. That's real. Yeah. You said, are you available for personal readings? Yes, I am now. I stopped doing readings for a minute, but I'm back. And I got some new Oracle decks. I'm working on a new deck. I got a few Oracle decks, actually. Listen, Ken is back. So we're going to slap some cards. We're going to slap some cards down. I'm going to give y'all confirmation. Hold on, okay, let me see. You said that's exactly what I'm working on now, a system. You got to have a system. You got to treat your life like your business. And that's what Spirit taught me. You have to have a system for your life. And whatever life you're living right now, if you don't like it, cool, okay? Redesign it. How do you want it to be? How do you want it to go? And live the life you want to live. If you want days off, several days in a row off, then do that. Because I got several days in a row off. I don't have to do nothing. I don't. So people ask me, Kim, why are you so happy? I'm so happy because I don't have to stress. And I'm not going to stress. And I ain't got to be married to not stress. I ain't got to have no man to come in and say today for me. Women, you don't need no man to come in and say today for you. Save yourself. Okay? It's not fair to put the responsibility on a man to come in and make your life better. You should already be a peaceful woman before he show up. You should already have everything in control before he show up. Your children should already be in order before he come up or show up in your life. You don't need him to come in talking about, oh, I need a man so you could take care of that. Baby, I love for you to be here. Thank you. I would love for you to be here. But even if you're not, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be just fine. He said, what do you do with spirit guides? You do something. Spirit guides, you do something, but you don't have the educational background. So you're being guided to do something, but you don't have the educational background? If you feel like Spirit is guiding you to do it, you need to do it. You need to do it. Because it doesn't matter if you have the educational background or not. You do what you're being guided to do. But a lot of times we have to learn how to follow this guidance from our everyday life. So Spirit is always guiding us to do things in our life. I don't care if it's, what we eat, who we're around, the things we do. Okay, we're always being guided to do certain things. You start following that guidance in your everyday life, then when you get those big tasks and you're guided to do big things, it's a breeze for you. It's not a problem. So if you're in your mind, you're questioning, you say, oh, I don't know what to do, then I can't tell you 100% without doing a reading for you, but if you know that you have a connection to Spirit and you know you're being guided to do something, then you do it. And this is what I always say, you can't go wrong. You won't go wrong. You're either going to learn or you're going to grow. Either way. So you do it. That's it. Okay. All right. So let me see. Let me see what y'all say. So, what is your moon sign? What is my moon sign? Cousin said, what is your moon sign, cousin? Well, if I told you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. My moon sign is Leo. I am double fire on both sides. So y'all already know it's Capricorn sun, moon, Leo, Aries, rising. That's where the fire comes from. Okay. That's where the fire comes from. Everybody want to know why my personality is like this? Because I got a lot of fire in my chart. You said you was close. You guessed Cancer. Yeah. Ooh, Cancer. I learned so much from Cancer people. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. But this is what I'll say about Cancer people. Cancer people are very loyal, but the emotional part of life, you know, this whole emotional part of dealing with life, I have to learn that, you know. I have to learn that because I'm not a very emotional type of person, you know. I'm more of a leave me alone, let me be by myself type of person. But Cancer people, they kind of force you to get into that emotion. And my daughter is a Cancer. So she's always wanting to talk about it. And this is how you made me feel. And then I raised her to be this way. So it's like, okay, when she's in her feelings and she wants to talk and express herself, then I need to listen. And I'll be like, girl, you need to get up out your feelings. Oh my goodness. I have learned. He said, hey, cousin, hope you and the family are doing well. Nice to see you here, looking great. Thank you, cousin. Thank you. He said, we are an emotional mess. Sometimes we pick up all the emotions. Oh, my goodness, cousin. I do have to tell it sometimes. Like, come on, man. Get up off of it, man. Come on now. I don't want to be too rigid, you know, but sometimes I can't be. I mean, like, are you crying again? Are you crying? And I shouldn't be like that. But, you know, she has to be tough. I have to tell my daughter, you have to be strong in the world. Everybody is not your friend. Because some things, it's just like, you know, I feel like water signs in general are just very loving people. You know, you love your people. You're a loving person. You know, it's just natural for you all to be like that. And it kind of catches you all off guard sometimes when it's like the world is not always going to be nice to you. It's not going to always be that way. You're going to have to be okay with, you know, being let down or being disappointed or going through hardships and not let it just knock you totally off, you know, your square. You still can stand strong and you still can do what you need to do. You say, I'm a Taurus, Libra, Aquarius. I definitely feel more an air sign. Yeah. I feel more like a fire sign too, but I definitely feel the earth energy. I do, for sure. For sure. But we're all the signs. Remember, we're all the signs. Get your birth chart. We're all the signs. Figure out where the signs are. And remember, the signs are just guides to help us to learn more lessons. That's why when you have the zodiac signs, it'll have the positive traits, then it have the negative traits. So we always, you know, glorify the positive traits, but them negative traits though. Yeah. Thank you, cousin. What about the negative traits? Okay. Yeah, let's get to some of that South Node energy. Why don't we? And do some of this healing. Yes. Thank you, cousin. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. Let's get a confirmation card here. And then in the extended video, I'm going to go further into this message and give you all some messages. And I know you all want to know about relationships and things like that. We'll go into that in the extended, okay? It says, I am the spirit inside of the body. So this is just a reminder that you are not the body. Thank you, Spirit. Whenever you're going through life experiences, challenges, whatever it is that you're going through, a lot of times we identify with the experience. So if something terrible happens, you identify with the experience. We do not identify with the experience. We have the experience. So you're going through things. Your body is going through these things, but you're not the body. Remember, the soul incarnates into the body. All right? That's your life force energy. So you are this aspect of you that is just the awareness. So when you're meditating, practice just being the awareness. be aware. What is happening in your life? What do you feel? What's going on? Okay, just be aware of everything. Just practice this, okay? Without words, sit there and just practice being aware of everything. Connect to this inner knowing that's in you, okay? Because a lot of times we are going through these things, our physical body is going through these things, and we feel like, oh, my life is terrible and all these other things. Okay, relax, okay, relax. You're not the body. You are the awareness of what's going on with the body, okay? And when this life is over, the awareness is going to leave the body, and the body will have no feeling, no thought, no nothing. Thank you for the love, y'all. You will have nothing. The body will have nothing more to do, but you still will be the awareness, and you will go into another form. That's what happens, okay? So just remember that you're on a journey. You're here to grow. You're here to learn. You're here to evolve. That's what the soul is doing. Through all these experiences, we always hear this all the time, that you're a spirit or soul inside of a body. You're having these human experiences, and your cousin Ken gonna hit the comma, okay? And from all of these experiences, you are learning and you are growing. That's what you came here to do. You, not everybody. So don't make the mistake and think that everybody is here to grow, because we are all not the same. We're all not the same. It's just what it is, okay? All right, so the next card says, I am healthy and strong. So what I'm getting here is that, you want to pay special attention to your diet, your habits, what you're putting inside of your body, because sometimes when we get emotional, you know how we do. I told y'all last week, I was eating like a bear. Baby, I was eating everything in sight. I get like that sometimes, but I know what to eat now. Before I didn't know what to eat, baby. I was eating all kind of junk. So just know that your habits and whatever it is you consume, it does impact you greatly, 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 greatly. So the food that you eat, the sugar, the what's the other thing? Meat. I need to get off here. Y'all know these lights be cooking me like a KFC piece of chicken. But all of those things that we crave, the salt and all that stuff, you're craving all those things for a reason. So you want to have some good replacements, okay? So if you want sugar, eat you some fruit, okay? If you want meat, find ways to have that same meat texture, but use vegetables. And I have guides and everything to help you all through this. Ladies that got grocery lists, I said, listen, let me get out here. Bye. Because I said, listen. I have grocery lists. I have grocery lists and everything to help y'all, okay? You have everything that you need, basically, is what I'm saying. If you got a favorite cousin Ken, baby, it ain't nothing that you need to know that you should not know, okay? You know everything. You said you too silly. I know, still too silly. Because I got to listen. All right, y'all. I love y'all way too much. Way, way too much. I'm so excited. I am. Everything is going to get better. It is. But, this is mindset, working on your mindset. So in the beginning, I was telling you to make sure that you monitor the things that you're watching and that, you're listening to. Make sure you're feeding yourself things that you can use. People that are going to encourage you. People that are inspiring you. People that are on the path that you're on. Watch these type of people. Listen to these type of people, okay? And then with the food that you're putting in your body, it's very important for you to, monitor that. And if you have habits that are not for your highest good, you work on it bit by bit, okay? Bit by bit. You say, LOL, I miss seeing you online. So glad I called live. Hey, cousin. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I miss you too. I miss y'all so much. Oh, my goodness. I didn't think I was going to come back. I didn't. I thought I was going to go in another direction. And I am going in another direction, but it's like I can still do this too. I love doing this. When I got the guidance to come back and I can read too, baby, it's up and it's stuck and it's stuck and it's stuck and it's stuck and it's stuck. Y'all know how I feel about reading. Oh my goodness. I started feeling some type of way though because I had to learn how to read again because, I kind of lost it. So I have my playing cards Y'all know I used to read playing cards too. And my son was like, Mom, what you doing with those playing cards? Baby, I used to read the heck out of some playing cards. I did. But y'all know this is, this is an ancient traditional practice that we have been doing for a very long time, reading playing cards. So this is a deck that I got from Kansas City. Shout out to the town. But I got this deck of cards before I left. I got these actually from the airport. And I seen this deck of cards and I just picked them up. And I was like, let me do a little read. So I started reading and I was like, ooh, I missed this. I'm the type of person, I follow my bliss. If it makes me happy, I'm doing it. I don't care what nobody say, I'm doing it. So this makes me happy. So I'm like, yeah, I got to pick my cards back up. I do. But I got my own decks and I'm doing it my way, So in the videos, we're going to get down, okay? And I am going to be giving some more guidance, in, general. But, yeah. I got some things for y'all. Hey, cousin. Hey. So he was like, Can you read? You still read? Yes, I do. Ken back on the scene. That part. Okay, cousin. I love y'all so much. Bye, cousin. Bye. I'm so happy for you, cousin. Ooh, you almost made me cry before I came on here. When I got that news, when you put that in the group, honey, I was like, because I know how you feel. I know you feel so happy. So I'm happy for you. I am. Ladies out there, join us in spiritual alignment class because we are working together to heal. Okay? You do not have to be out here winging it, trying to figure it out on your own. Come on. I got you. Y'all know that. Thank you. You said thanks, cuz I am. I know you are, cousin. Woo! That's all right, cousin. Look, I'm here. And this is what I love about our connection because I get to watch out from, every stage. So when you're going through your struggles or your hardships, and then when you overcome those hardships, and then when you get to the place where you're supposed to be, it's like, it's spirit. And I love to see it. I really do. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm here for. Okay. All right. So if you need any support, any guidance, ladies, make sure you click the links. There are a lot of resources and support available for you all. Thank you. If I can tell you to do anything, join us in spiritual alignment class. It's time for you to get into alignment. Okay. It's your time. You can be out here just playing around. You said, I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came on. Enjoy the rest of your day, cousin. Much love. Thank you. Thank you, cousin. You're welcome. You said, thank you, cousin. Thank you. You said it is for real. Thank you. Thank y'all. I love y'all. I do. If you ain't got nobody else to tell you, I'm telling you right now. You have my support. I'm telling you. I'm here. And remember on my old videos how I used to always say, at the end of the videos, I used to always say, okay, cousin, I love y'all, and I'm always here, or something like that. I used to always say that. Okay, cousin, I love y'all, and I'm always here. And then I left. But I'm still here. I'm still here, okay? So the extended video I'm going to be posting, if you're watching this on TikTok, I'm going to post the extended. Okay, I'm going to do it right now, but I'm not going to post it until Sunday. I know. Because that's when I post the live replays. I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. Because the live replays I post on Sunday. So all of you who are watching this on Sunday, you can go ahead and click the link now because it's already there. But those of you that are watching this today, the live replay will be up on Sunday. And then you'll be able to click the link for the extended where we go into the cards. Okay? We're going to do that. And yeah, you can get all the videos. It's not like how it used to be before, how you used to have to pay for each individual sign and every video. No, you get all the videos, every extended video, you get all of them in one place. Okay? You say you live on YouTube right now too? No, I'm not, but I'm going to figure that part out too. Because I want to do that. Because when I post this on YouTube, the format ain't right. It's just, I'm going to get this together. But yeah. I want to go live on both TikTok and YouTube. That's really what I want to do. But I like to do the premiere because on Sunday, when I post this, the live replay, you all can chat with me because I'm in the chat. So if you're in the chat right now, chat with your cousin because I'm in here. I'm in here. So we're going to watch this together. And if you have any questions or anything, you can ask me questions in there. So, yes. Okay. All right. So, let me go do the extended video. Actually, I'm going to go eat, and then I'm going to go do the extended video so I give myself a break. I love y'all. Yes. Yes, cousin. Yes. Sunday. Okay. All right. I will talk to you all soon. Take care of yourself. Slow down. Pace yourself. Calm down. Spirit got us. We're not alone. We're not alone. And I know, that may freak some people out, but I'm not talking to people who are freaked out by the fact that there is a spiritual realm that is very real, and we have a lot of support there. Okay? It's very real. All right. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.